Okay, so this whole time we've been talking about multiple linear regression. We've been talking about ways to get really good models. Okay, if you don't have a great model, if your data isn't giving you a great model, there are a couple of things you can do to try and get it better. And it turns out that the biggest thing that we're concerned with is that the model might not be linear in the first place. Maybe there's an exponential or a quadratic or some other pattern. And what we do in those cases is use a transformation, and that transformation can actually also help improve the model fit. So you can sort of adjust the relationship that you're looking at, which can really help. Okay, so I'm looking here at the precipitation variable. Just seeing this graph, this is a really right skewed relationship, right? I don't like that relationship. It's got some really extreme values. We're especially concerned that these upper values we looked at last time may have a lot of leverage on the fit. So we could check the R-squared. If I remember correctly, this is not a great model. So maybe we want to both adjust for this like shape issue that we've got going on, as well as the model fit. And to do that, we can use a transformation. Okay, here are a couple of options. So you could use the log transformation. This is the most common. The square root transformation also works. An inverse transformation sometimes works, and truncation. So we've got a lot of options here. Basically what you're going to do is use some of these transformations and see if we can improve the model fit at all. Okay, I first picked square root of precipitation. Normally my first choice would be the log, but there are lots of days where it doesn't rain at all, and you can't take the log of 0. So I kind of bypassed the log and went for square root. You can see that this graph has changed from the other plot, but not substantially, right? So maybe this isn't the best transformation. And let's see. In both ggplot and in the LM, all you have to do to actually apply the transformation is insert the name of the function. So you can see here I'm looking at the square root of precipitation. If I include square root of precipitation in my model statement, it doesn't change the significance of any of the variables, right? They're all still significant. And it really only changes my model adjusted R-squared by a teeny tiny bit. So again, this is not a great example of when the transformation would be useful. Many of you, now that you're working on your regression projects, I think the log transformation, if you're running into an issue, that would be the first one I would try. And there's a couple I know from past experience using these data sets, there's a couple where that log transformation really makes a big difference. So keep the log transformation in mind. But you can play around with other ones as well, the square root, the inverse, or like a cap. Any of those might be useful. So check those out.